Have you ever heard of a toy, a doll, that could actually ruin someone's life? Well, today we're diving into a modern urban legend that has absolutely exploded online. It's the terrifying story of the cursed Labubu doll. So, can a toy really take your life? It's a pretty chilling question, right? And it sets the stage perfectly for our story. Because this isn't just about some creepy toy. It's about a young woman named Malin and how this one little doll led to her, well, her complete and utter downfall. All right, let's set the scene. Our story starts in the bustling city of Shanghai. And it's here we meet a young woman whose greatest passion would, tragically, become the very thing that led to her doom. So this is Malin. And from everything we know, she was just a really sweet, gentle person. She worked in a toy shop, which was basically her dream job because it fed her one true passion, collecting these rare, beautiful dolls. Her apartment was apparently like a little museum just filled with these amazing figures from all over the world. And then one day, a shipment comes in. Seems pretty ordinary, right? It's got a set of these limited edition Labubu dolls. But one of them just stands out. It's this shimmering golden doll, and it's unlike anything she's ever seen before. Malin knew right away, like instantly, that she had to have it. So she quietly set it aside for herself. And I mean, she was completely enchanted by this thing. It had these really striking blue eyes, this unique golden fur, and this big, toothy smile that she just thought was the cutest thing ever. To her, it was basically perfect. But this is where we get the very first warning sign. Her dog, Bao, who absolutely loved all her other dolls, had a totally different reaction to this new one. No happy tail wags. Instead, he starts barking like crazy, growling at it. It was this immediate, super unnatural reaction, but Malin just kind of brushed it off. Little did she know it was a huge red flag for the danger that was coming. You'd think that first alarm bell would have been enough, right? But oh no. Soon, the doll's influence started to go way beyond just weird animal behavior. It started to show up in some truly terrifying ways. And things escalated so fast, it's scary. First, Malin, this super sweet person, just explodes in a rage at a customer and gets fired right then and there. That same night, she has this awful nightmare about a red demonic creature strangling her. She wakes up, gasping for air, and what does she find? The doll, the one she left on a shelf, is sitting right on her chest. And then, in a flash, her dog Bao just lunges at it, tearing it to absolute pieces, trying to protect her. So, as you can imagine, she's completely shaken, totally terrified. And she does the only thing that makes sense. She scoops up all the shredded pieces of the doll and just throws them in the bin, thinking, okay, that's it. This nightmare is finally over. But the nightmare wasn't over, not even close. In fact, it was really just getting started. Malin was about to see the true face of the evil that had just walked into her life. So the next morning, Malin wakes up and feels even worse. She's got this splitting headache, and when she looks at herself, her hands and face are covered in these weird little red spots. And they look disturbingly like bite marks. So now this whole thing isn't just in her head anymore, it's become physical. And then she goes into the bathroom, looks in the mirror, and she sees it in the reflection. Sitting on the shelf right behind her, perfectly fine, not a scratch on it, is the golden Labubu doll. Can you imagine that moment? Just pure heart-stopping shock. I mean, how is that even possible? She saw it get torn to shreds. And as she's staring at it, she realizes something else. Its face has changed. That cute smile she loved, it's gone. Now it's this grotesque, mocking grin. All that innocence was just wiped away, and now it just radiated pure evil. So the dread is just building and building. She runs out of the bathroom, and somehow the doll has moved again. Now it's in the kitchen, sitting by the sink. And this time, she sees something else. Its little hands and its teeth. They're covered in fresh red stains. And that's when she looks down. Underneath the sink is the body of her dog, Bao. And he's been mutilated, just viciously torn apart. And this is it, the horrific climax of the story. It's the absolute proof that this doll is evil, and Malin has just lost her only protector. So now she's just completely broken and absolutely terrified. Malin finally gets it. this isn't just some haunted doll. This is something way, way worse. And she realizes she's in a fight for her actual life. So, in a total panic, she does what any of us would do. She turns to the internet, desperate for answers. And what she finds is just bone-chilling. She's not the only one. There are reports from all over the world talking about the exact same things. Other Labubu doll owners suddenly losing their jobs, getting sick, or having people they love die mysteriously. And get this, some even claimed the dolls bit them. Her personal nightmare wasn't personal at all. It was part of this terrifying global thing. Okay, so she realizes just throwing it out isn't going to cut it. Malin decides to take the most extreme steps she can think of. She burns the doll, burns it until there's nothing left but ash. Then she takes those ashes to a river and scatters them, just praying that this will finally end the curse. But the story ends in tragedy. The next morning, Malin was found dead in her home. And sitting right there, next to her body, perfectly whole, was the golden Labubu doll. The evil was never really gone. It came back, and this time, it took her life. This story, and a lot of others just like it, have sent people online down a really dark rabbit hole trying to figure out what's going on. And one pretty terrifying theory has started to emerge. A lot of people now believe these creepy events are connected to Pazuzu, an ancient, super powerful demon king from Mesopotamian mythology. The idea is that the doll itself isn't the evil thing, but it's just a vessel, a modern-day host for this ancient demonic power. And so that leaves us with this really unsettling question. Is the cursed Labubu doll just a great, scary story? A modern urban legend that's just perfectly designed to go viral online? Or is it possible that when you bring one of these things into your house, you're actually inviting something genuinely evil in with it? I don't know, but the next time you see a cute little toy, you might just think twice.